Black belt, Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Gold medalist at the Pan American Games. Matt Serra, UFC, lightweight contender. The training for the UFC is just intense. I have to cover all aspects of the game. So I have to get in there and spar with professional fighters, boxing, kickboxing. A lot of guys might think I'm just about the submissions. Harder! Let them think that. Hours of jiu-jitsu, wrestling. Looking to take the ligaments, pops the capsules in his elbow, submit him right here. He taps out. Let's say he gets out. He's very slippery. He gets out. He's in front of me. Comes in to hit me with his head down. He's gonna be losing some teeth. My fighting career started at East Meadow High School, Long Island. It's not that I was the type of guy to look for trouble or fights or anything like that. It's just, man, I'm one of those guys, no matter what, man, it just found me. I don't know if it's my face or you talking to me. Growing up, I always prided myself in the fact that I had heart, especially in a fight or a confrontation. I wasn't really one to back down. I prided myself that I'd keep going, you know, that I had balls. One of the biggest things to me is not so much the victory, it's the fact that I can look myself in the mirror and knowing that I fought with courage and with heart. I've decided to open up my own Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu academy. I want to see a sweep, Drago. Nice, put him down, put him on his butt. Put him on his butt, single leg. Nice, stop, good. I wanted to make a name for myself. That's why up until now I was teaching for my instructor, Renzo Gracie in Manhattan. I made myself a name, so now I thought it was the right time to, you know, have a place to hang my hat and plant my flag. Ankle lock. Out of all the martial arts, the reason why I chose Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is because I believe it's the most effective. Flying arm lock. If you watch the earlier UFCs, when people didn't know anything about the ground, Royce Gracie went in there, 170 pounds, fighting guys 250, submitting 3 guys in one night, karate guys, boxers, kickboxers, doesn't matter. Then you get them to the ground and just dissect them, choke them, arm lock them. It's over. Hip throw. I think the most realistic self-defense, if you have to choose one art, I believe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the most realistic. I've accomplished a lot of goals that I set for myself. Black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I have my own academy, which I'm very proud of, and I'm also fighting the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is sick because I remember watching it on TV, and now I'm in there. The next goal that I set for myself is the lightweight championship belt, and I'm gonna get it. I'm very confident, and I plan on getting it. You don't want none of this.
Hello to everybody. Congratulations on being here. I know some of you have heard this dribble for quite a few times, and I apologize for that, but there are some new contestants here that don't know all the rules that were set about by the state of New Jersey. So if you have a question during any of these, please raise your hand, ask it, and we'll try to make sure that you understand what the rule, the way that we're going to interpret the rule and the way the fight will proceed. We'll start off with your gloves are going to be given to you at the fight. I will come around tomorrow morning during the weigh-in. There'll be gloves there for you to try on if you're not sure about what size you want. We'll have the gloves there so you can try those on, see which one's best for you. We'll mark down which one, and we'll come the night of the fight and deliver those gloves to you. You cannot alter the glove in any way. The glove has to be in the original form that it was given to you. You can have your hands taped underneath the glove. There is Leon tabs who will be here to tape your hands if you wish. If you have somebody that you like to have tape your hands, that's fine too, as long as it's observed by one of the state commission officers that's there. They'll make sure that the hand wraps are done according to the commission's rules. You can use up to 13 yards of gauze underneath that glove, so there's a lot. You got to make sure that that glove will fit with the gauze in there, so make sure that you pick the right size glove. You have to have a groin protector and you have to have your mouthpiece. Make sure that you have those when you bring them with you to the event. Make sure that your nails on both your hands and both your feet are cut down short. Nothing that's long at all. Cut it all down. You are not allowed to place Vaseline anywhere on your body during these fights. Keep Vaseline away. There's no ointments, rubs, anything that are allowed. There will be a stool that is provided for you during the rounds. After each round, if your fight goes more than one round, The octagon gates will be opened up. You will have a second that's allowed to come in. He can give you water. He can give you any instruction you want. There will be a stool for you to sit on if you want. Yeah.
Is there Vaseline allowed on the eyebrows?
Right now they're saying no Vaseline at all on any of it. We've always allowed Vaseline around the eyes. And the rule said that as they place them, that no Vaseline.
Period.
So we will try to get it so it will be around the eyes.
So you can use it around the eyes.
Okay, around the eyes and we're going to allow.
Just from not the chin down, right?
Right,
From
around the
around
body.
the shoulders.
And you can use
Yeah,
pain solutions. You can use adrenaline for stopping cuts. That's what the cornermen use to stop cuts and things of that nature. That's okay.
Super.
No Vaseline or any substance of the kind. That's detrimental to the weapon. They can't grab.
Sounds fine.
The rules say that you need to be cleanly shaven. Hi, Tony. As long as you have a beard such as Tony's that it's been there for more than about 2 weeks, so it's not stubbly, that is fine. Okay, you cannot have a hard stubble that could cause someone an irritant. You got a beard like him, that's okay.
That's my pretty face.
Can I add something? Fellas, when you work the corners, please, no climbing up on the gate, no going over the gate. The door is open, go inside and work like a professional, okay? Because it looks very archaic and barbaric. Guys climbing all over the corner. And don't throw in any towels. Look very professional. We have inspectors in the corner. You have to obey what the inspector tells you. That's why he's there, okay? Only the number of people who are allowed in the corner should be there. Everyone else should be off of the apron. Must look like professionals. Now this is something that you must always keep in mind. None of this street stuff, okay? No climbing over the gate, no throwing stuff in the ring. Go in like a professional, let the fighter sit on the stool, and refresh him that way. When you hear the warning, you come out. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So just like we said, we're getting to that point. When the fighter, if you're the first fighter to come down to the octagon, you're going to go through that gate. There's going to be the ramp that you're going to walk down. There's going to be an open gate for you. You're going to go to the far side of the octagon. If you're the second fighter in, that gate that you come in, that's going to be your corner. Again, you're allowed to have one person come in with you on those round breaks. If that person is going to come into the octagon, you do have to take off your shoes and come in your socks. You cannot wear shoes into the octagon. So make sure that if you're that corner person, you have socks.
You've got like wrestling boots on or?
No, socks. That's it. Okay? As he said, there's no hanging on top of the octagon anymore. There's also nobody allowed up on the apron, and there is no one holding a towel that is allowed to be thrown into the ring. If you are one of the 3 people that are allowed to come down with the fighter and stay in their corner, we'll show you where your position is down below the apron. That is where you will have to stay during the entire fight, unless you are that one person during the round break that comes into the ring. Do not stand up, stay down. There's other people behind you that are trying to watch too. You can yell all the encouragement you want, all the information. Go ahead, stay down. Don't go up on top of that apron. Okay, I'm going to go into the rules real quick so you understand. Again, if you have any questions, most of the fights, if you do not have a championship fight, excuse me. If you are involved in a fight that is not a championship fight, you will have 3 5-minute rounds for the duration of your fight. If your fight goes in, it is 3 5-minute rounds. If you have a championship fight, it is for 5 5-minute rounds. That is the length of the fights. You will be given a warning if you grab and hold on to the fence. We will try to give you a warning per round if that becomes the case. If it becomes an issue and you continue to grab the fence, you will be assessed a foul by myself or Mario. You can also not hold on to your opponent's shorts or gloves. It doesn't mean that you can't have your hand on top of their shorts, but you cannot be grabbing the material and holding on to your opponent by grabbing the material of the shorts. The rules: there is no headbutting, no eye gouging of any kind, no biting or spitting at your opponent, no hair pulling, no fish hooking, no groin attacks of any kind. It means punches, kicks, grabbing, twisting, any of those things. You cannot intentionally place your finger if your opponent has a cut. Do not take your finger and stick it into that cut to try to increase the size of the cut. You'll be given a foul. There are no downward point of elbow strikes. That means that you cannot come down, straight down with your elbow on top of your opponent's head, body, anything. What?
If you are on the bottom, I know it seems almost impossible, can you do downward elbow strikes?
Yes, you
if you're
can.
on the bottom?
We'll say that you have somebody in the guard, and you start coming straight down on top of their head, that's a downward point of elbow strike.
Is that side okay?
No, it's not.
It's not okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay?
What about from side control? When you're coming
There's
down
no
this way?
downward point of elbow strikes. I don't care if it's to his toe, his head, his leg.
Okay.
Okay? Everything has to come across in an arcing fashion. Any elbow strike, if it's thrown in an arcing fashion, we're going to say it's good. If it's coming straight down in a linear fashion, we're going to tell you it's a foul.
What if you're on the ground, you're coming by side control?
It's an arcing foot. It's got an arc foot. It's going across. Okay? Do we understand that? Yes. There are no downward elbow strikes. No point of the elbow coming straight down. Okay? Doesn't matter what fashion. If you're on your back and you're bringing your elbow in a fashion where it's a straight linear motion, that is a downward elbow strike. It's not allowed. Everything has to have an arc to it. Okay?
Yes. Just in line with your body.
It's real simple.
Come up here, Jeff.
Good. Thanks a lot. Look, if I had Jeff and I go and I bring my elbow straight down, that would be a downward elbow strike. Even if I was on the ground and I had him in my guard and his head's down here and I bring my elbow down, that's going to be a downward point of elbow strike. It's not allowed. Anything that I come across to hit, that's in an arcing fashion, that's going to be okay. Okay? If I come across, that's in an arcing fashion, that's going to be okay. What?
What about upward? Same thing?
Same, that's an arc. It's got to have an arc to it for it to come up.
Think of the body line, head to toe. If your elbow is in line with the body line, straight up and down from head to toe, that's the downward elbow point you're talking about. Anything that traverses that middle line is going to be legal. It's the easiest way to think of it. It's in line with directly up and down with your body, anywhere. Up here, even if I'm throwing it, it's in line with my body.
So
Anything
guys,
that travels laterally.
so say you're mounted on somebody and you bring your elbow back across their head or something, that's legal.
Legal.
Okay.
Okay?
Are downward elbow strikes okay?
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. How's your knee? Do we have any other questions about elbow strikes?